How to house train your dog. House training a puppy or adult dog may seem daunting, but almost any dog can be trained to wait at the door and relieve themselves outside, instead of going into the house. Create a schedule for feeding your dog and taking them outside. Then, reward your dog with treats and praise when they relieve themselves in the designated outdoor spot. Patience and a good sense of humor are all you really need to help your dog adapt to life as a pet in your home. Take your dog outside frequently. This is the most important thing you can do to teach your dog to relieve themselves outside. While it may seem excessive, try to take them outside as frequently as possible, about every half an hour. Stick to a schedule and try not to miss even one designated, outside time, since your dog will learn to associate these outside trips with relieving themselves. Put your dog on a feeding schedule. Feed your dog at the same time in the morning and at night, then wait 20 to 30 minutes before taking him outside. Having a feeding schedule will make it easier to predict when your dog will have to go to the bathroom, making house training easier. Learn to interpret signs that your dog has to go. Signs include walking around stiffly, sniffing the floor as though they're looking for a place to go, holding their tail in a funny position, and so on. If your dog shows signs that he needs to go to the bathroom, take them outside right away, even if it's before the designated time to go out. 2. Include a verbal cue, such as saying, "outside," before you take them out. Eventually, you'll be able to ask them if they need to go outside, simply by saying the word. Pick a designated spot outside. Choose in your backyard, or if you don't have one, near a green patch of grass somewhere. Take your dog back to the same place each and every time you go outside. Dogs are creatures of habit. You can help your dog feel comfortable and less anxious by picking a good spot for them to use as their bathroom each time they go out. Use a verbal cue such as, "go potty," when you've reached the spot. They'll learn to associate it with the place. Supervise your dog during house training. When you first bring your dog or puppy home, plan to spend a lot of time watching your pet to make sure they don't go to the bathroom indoors. This supervisory period is imperative because it enables you to teach the dog to quickly associate the urge to use the bathroom with going outside. Intercepting the dog or puppy before they go in the house is the best way to house train quickly. Keep your dog in a crate at night and when you're away. If you leave your dog or puppy free to roam the house at night, they are sure to end up soiling the floor. Keeping them in a cozy crate at night and when you're gone reduces the chance that they'll make a mess. Dogs don't like to soil their dens, so your dog will try to wait until they can go outside to relieve themselves. Clean up messes right away. If your dog makes a mess in the house, and they definitely will, clean it up right away and use a cleaning solution to get rid of the scent. If your dog smells an old mess in a certain spot, they'll think of that as a bathroom spot. Sponsored science-backed, veterinary-supported supplements for dogs. Give your dog treats and praise each time he successfully goes outside. Dogs learn best through positive reinforcement and they quickly learn the best way to get it. Every time your dog is able to go to the bathroom in their designated spot, reward them with a little treat, lots of praise, and a scratch on the head. Time the reward correctly. When you're treating your dog for going to the bathroom in their spot, give them a treat and praise right after they finish using the restroom. Don't give it too early or too late, or they won't associate it with going to the bathroom in the right spot. Consider using a bell or chime to aid in training. Some people have had success using the bell method instead of a treat. When your dog goes to the bathroom in their spot, you ring a bell or pleasant-sounding chime as part of their reward. The dog will come to look forward to the sound of the chime, which should only be used in this specific situation. Keep your voice and manner light and friendly. Whenever you're taking your dog to the bathroom or talking about it, keep your voice light and pleasant. Never raise your voice or take on a menacing tone, because your dog will start to associate their bodily functions with punishment and fear. If your dog makes a mess inside, you can withhold praise, but don't yell at the dog or make them feel ashamed. Never punish the dog for making a mess. Dogs don't respond well to punishment. It scares them and instead of learning to perform well for you, they learn to fear you. Never yell, hit, or do anything that could cause your dog to feel afraid. Pick an out-of-the-way spot that's easy for your dog to access. If you live on a high rise, you won't be able to make it outside every time your dog needs to go to the bathroom. Pick a spot in your apartment that isn't right in the middle of your living space, but is also easy for your dog to access at any time. A corner of the laundry room or kitchen works well. Choose a spot on hardwood or vinyl flooring, rather than carpet. Take your dog to the spot on a regular schedule. Take your dog to the bathroom mat on a strict schedule, just as you would if you were training your dog to go to a spot outside. Frequently walk them to the mat throughout the day, and each time they show signs of needing to relieve themselves, change the mat often but leave a little spot of dried urine there. The scent of the urine will help your dog remember that the mat is the place to go to the bathroom. Remove feces right away, but leave a sheet of newspaper or a small bit of padding with urine on the clean mat so your dog will naturally know where to go. Reward your dog for going in the spot. Each time they successfully go on the mat, reward them with a treat, petting, and praise. They'll eventually come to associate going to the bathroom on the mat with positive feelings, and they'll start going there without your help before too long.